None vai. None vibes. None vai. It's a rev chop, Billy Bitty. 808 drops. 808 drops, I got it fin. 808 drops.
But good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Monday Vibes, and we are talking all things GP that took place this past weekend. We have so much to talk about, Imani. It's ridiculous. Imani, I think that we should start Monday Night Vibes off a little bit differently. I know that we usually jump straight into the race, but we cannot jump straight into the race without speaking about the magnificent win of Michael B. Jordan yesterday at the Oscars. So tell me what your
Yes.
thoughts on about that.
So shout out to Michael B. Jordan, who's definitely been doing this for a long time. And not just a long time, but as his over the years, I think he has been I don't know another actor who has gotten better with his craft as Michael B. Jordan did. And to be at the Oscars and to win Best Actor, Male Actor, and to be six
Yes,
of
six.
only black men to do that is a huge accomplishment. Now, this was for Sinners, and there was really no other competition really out there. There was no
Okay.
one out there. I can see with the movies, yes,
Hmm.
but with the acting and what he did on Sinners, that's mm-mm, mm-mm. There was he. I never seen that. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen a movie that question. When I'm looking at the movie and going, "Oh, he's playing. Oh, this is." I don't see like he's. I mean, he's playing both roles too. So
I
shout
know,
out to Michael B.
smoke and
Jordan.
stack.
Smoke
Absolutely.
and stack. Yeah.
So people on the show may be thinking the reason why we are mentioning Michael B. Jordan. They're like, what does he have to do with Formula One? This is called Monday Vibes Podcast. But the
Mm-hmm.
reason why Amani mentioned Michael B. Jordan is because he actually is partial owner of the Alpine Formula One team. There's a lot of
Yes.
people that don't know that. I also want to say huge congratulations to Michael B. Jordan because, like you said, I have been watching this journey unfold for the last 20 years. The
Right.
very first time that I saw Michael B. Jordan was in The Wire. And he actually played a
Yeah.
kid that was involved in some sort of like really bad drug deal. And then they
Mm-hmm.
shipped him to Virginia. And then when he came back to Baltimore, they killed him. So I was like, dang, that's crazy. But to see him
Spoiler alert.
transition,
Spoiler
I
alert.
mean, The Wire's been out since like 2002.
Spoiler
So
alert. I'm sorry, everybody.
if you have not seen The Wire, then you have been living underneath a rock, or are probably a very young person. However, I will say this also that Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler have done, I really think has changed the mark in cinema. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like all the movies that they've worked on, if you go back to Fruitville Station, to
Yes.
Creed, one and two, to
Black Panther.
also Black Panther, both
Mm-hmm.
Black Panthers, because Michael B. Jordan was in both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Sinners with Smoke and Stack. I remember when I went to the movies, my mom, I think there was like something going on with Jordan. She was like, look, the only Jordans I'm interested in were not Air Jordans. It was Michael B. Jordan as Smoke and
Nah.
Stack. So that says a lot about how this movie transcended generations from my mother's generation to my generations and much younger generations to come.
Right.
And it's just been, I really think between that and also the movie who that won for best sound, which was the Formula One movie. So
Yes.
yes, right. So huge shout out to
Yeah.
everyone who was a part of the Formula One movie production, including Sir Lewis Hamilton, who was a producer of the movie. They did walk away with the Oscar last night.
Yes.
So I think that for the movies that were both produced that had a little hint of Formula One in them or all the way in them, I think that they performed really well and they got the accolades that were well deserved,
Sound was
in my
amazing in
opinion.
that.
Hmm.
I still listen to the soundtrack. It was my number one listened to soundtrack last year.
Was it?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Did the Formula One, did this, then the main theme song in the Formula One movie officially replace the Formula One like theme song? Because remember, it used to be different. And now everybody on Instagram now uses the theme song from the Formula One movie.
The Hans Zimmer. I mean,
Yeah, remember?
it is lit. It is lit. I ain't gonna
Now,
lie.
like, when did we all decide that it needed to change?
When
It's
the movie came
crazy.
out, and literally it was a race after that when the movie came out, and they used that Hans Zimmer sound. I was like, I mean, it hits.
It
It
does.
does. Yeah, it hits. And
It
it's about that
does.
time anyway that put a little spin on it. But Hans Zimmer put his whole right leg
He did.
into that song, and really
I agree.
the everybody when they make his deal when they make
Mhm.
F2 or F1 2 or whatever they're gonna do, um, we need more Don Tolliver. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. I hear you.
We
Okay.
need one Don Tolliver in there. I still, like I said, to this day, I still listen to, and it's a rare album that I could just listen to top to bottom and keep going. Yeah,
Understood.
it sounds really good
Understood.
at going 120 also.
Where were you going 120,
I do
Amani?
not this my voice and opinions does not implement the Money Advised podcast in any fashion. And so sole responsibility of Money Advised does not implement anything that I'm saying. Like I said, so we're gonna put that out there.
Okay. Great disclaimer.
Yeah. Jeez. So
Like, what is he doing? Going 120. Okay. All right. So I guess that's another episode for another day, right?
right.
Got it. So moving on. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
Why we look like let me just explain to the people on here, right? Is that we've been let's just put this in motion right now. We are, yes, it's not a Ferrari podcast. Okay, let's just it can be, right?
It won't be tonight.
I'm looking at the screen and going, people gonna jump in here and go, oh my gosh. No, it's not a Ferrari podcast. Not to well, I mean it can be, but when there's a Lewis Hamilton podcast, we just say that. And when he was on Mercedes, we was both wearing Mercedes gear. So
Yes.
let's not,
We
let's not
have
get it
officially
twisted.
look. Last week you were wearing something completely different. I was
Yeah.
still sporting my Ferrari. So you are right, Amani. This is not a Ferrari podcast. We
It's
are
so
just 10 toes
crazy.
down for 10 toes down for
The
Lewis,
44.
but for the 44, right?
Mm-hmm.
But tonight we are going to be discussing so much, okay? And I just want to jump into it. You want to talk about Kimi Antonelli, but I am not talking about Kimi Antonelli until we
Okay.
discuss what Toto Wolff said
Okay.
about Lewis Hamilton.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Now
right.
I know everybody's seen this video on the internet and everybody is gushing about it, including myself. All right. And I'm just going to give you my opinions on it in about 15 seconds. So,
Sure.
first things first, Toto Wolff saw Lewis Hamilton with Kimi Antonelli and George Russell. He then proceeds to say, he's still our driver, which is the truth. All right. And you can shake your head all you want to,
Uh-huh.
Amani, but this is all I'm saying is that Toto Wolff knows, the man who
The
will never
boy.
come off of my IG
Yeah. Yeah.
knows that he will welcome Lewis home at any time. All right.
Kick him
Now,
out.
whether Lewis Hamilton wants to go back to Mercedes or not, that still remains to be seen. However, Toto Wolff acknowledged to the public that that is Mercedes driver. It doesn't matter who he's driving for. Now, I'm going to go ahead and hear your opinion about it because I'm pretty sure you're going to have one. But I'm with Toto. Lewis, whenever you want to go to Mercedes, go back home. It's fine. We won't judge you.
So I guess I'm looking at it like this, right? Now, this is my opinion only. I'm just gonna put it out there like that. This is not implementing anything that has to do with this podcast. But if you listen to when we started Money Vibes, I had a little thing with Toto because allegedly I felt he was not putting all his eggs in the basket with Lewis. Now, because it was this whole, he missed out on Max and he found his replacement for, like I said, Kimi was not in F2. He just went from F3 to F1 because he felt like this was the guy that, he knew that he was going to be something special. Now, he understands who Lewis is. I'll put it out there. I give him credit. He understands who Lewis Hamilton is. Period. Okay. So he understands who Lewis Hamilton is. The thing about that is, and what he said kind of at the end or somewhere around like interviewing or something, that, when Kimi won, Toto kind of cooked the credit, was like, I told you. I told you this is what, y'all thought I was crazy.
Yeah, he cashed in his receipts. I will say that. Like, he was too young as a driver.
Staples,
he didn't go into a Formula. Yeah, he was only in Formula 3, and then he jumped to Formula 1, and you guys made a mistake with putting this young guy in the car.
I know.
Oh, yeah, Toto cashed in on all the receipts. So do you think that Toto made a good decision by putting Antonelli on the team with Mercedes once Lewis left?
No. I mean, that once Lewis left, yes. Once Lewis left, yes.
Okay.
But before Lewis left, he knew that he had to get one of them out. Now, like I said, we could talk about last year and the whole rumors of, Max coming to, Mercedes. But like I said, that's another topic for another day.
That's not a topic for another day. I mean, if you want to talk about it, we can, because it was on Drive to Survive when he was speaking about it with Susie Wolf. And he said, this is what Toto Wolff said on camera in front of everybody. He said the reason why he did not approach Max was because he was respecting Lewis. That's what he said. And that's what he did. Now, once Lewis decided to leave Formula One, which it was solely Lewis's decision to leave Formula One, of course the rumblings of Max came up. And why wouldn't they be? Because at the time, Max was driving extremely well for Red Bull.
He's a tractor
extremely
now.
Well. I mean, that's okay. I don't even know who started this tractor theme, because
I'm just saying,
man, they have been running him into the ground, pun intended, with this tractor.
Funniest video I've saw is with Remember the Titans, when Coach Boone went into the basketball court to meet his team, and I forgot what his character was.
I'm gonna tell you how much fun you're gonna be having.
Oh yeah,
remember, that's what he said.
Are you having fun now? No, zero fun, sir.
Sir.
And that's what Max is heading to right now, because like I said, only dude, he's the one. He's just complaining. He's just like, I can't stand these cars. This and that. Listen, let's just put it in the basket right here. The Chinese Grand Prix was. I said last week that the Australian Grand Prix was like, this was cinematic.
Yeah.
The Chinese is over that one.
Yeah, like they keep getting more and more dramatic. Like, I think that was the first time. Was that the first time that you saw in a long time a DNS like did not start? Like, you see DNF, right? But DNS, I was like, what's DNS? I was like, what? Did not start. Because originally the McLarens were supposed to start from the pit lane, but that did not happen because they had mechanical failure. I'm like, geez, both of them? All right,
crazy.
Okay, now you're talking about sabotaging. Let's walk it back though. Let's go back to your homeboy Kimi Antonelli, okay? Because let me start by saying this. Because in my community, in my group, there were a lot of people that knew that I feel some sort of way about Kimi stepping into Lewis's seat after Lewis had already left, right?
Right.
People have been like, Tanya, gosh, you give Kimi Antonelli such a hard time. Kimi Antonelli,
the same energy.
I will never give Total Wolf the same energy. Look, the only energy that Total Wolf gets is my smile. But moving back to Kimi Antonelli,
Right.
I will say this, congratulations are in order, and you have to give credit where credit's due. To be the youngest, to be on pole, and also to win the Chinese Grand Prix. I will say congratulations to him and his family. They have worked extremely hard for that young man to get there, and Total Wolf believed in him, and it all paid off in that race.
And he got a
Now,
rocket as a car.
yeah, yes, rocking the car. But
Let's not.
look, that's what that was a caveat. That was a caveat. Let me caveat.
Okay.
So this is a caveat, right? However, George Russell and Kimi Antonelli, if Ferrari ever figure out how to give Lewis more power, you guys, it is chop city. That's all I gotta say. Because he is going, I mean, oh my gosh, the way that Lewis was battling Chuck was like, what is this?
Here's the thing that I've seen in the race. Now,
Mhm.
when both the Mercedes pulled off, because like I said, it's
When
just
at the
at the
start,
end. No, at the
at the
end.
end, okay.
When they both, because the thing about Mercedes is that you just cannot get them on the straights. You get them on the car, you
No.
cannot get them on the straights. Cannot.
But I
And
said that, right? I said that Mercedes and Ferrari, the speed in the corners is the same, but where they differ is the straights. And that was one long freaking straight at the Chinese Grand Prix. Like, the thing is long.
I think even with I don't think Mercedes can hit the corners. I think they kind of may struggle. It calms down a lot at the corners, but the straight, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes,
Took off.
I think Bahrain.
Mm-hmm.
They got that incredibly long straight. It's the same with like Vegas. It's like they might end up lapping everybody twice.
Hope not, but okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like long, but when Mercedes basically took off, and it's just Lewis and Charles. They must have radioed something that they didn't get through the broadcast. Was like, hey, let's just battle each other. Because nobody else is behind them.
Racing though, but
there
was some great wheel to wheel racing. And Lewis even said, they were like, "Hey, did you guys bump wheels?" He said, "I think we did, just a little bit, but hey, that's the art of racing, and that's what us fans really like to see." Now, I would have liked to seen that with George Russell or Kimi Antonelli, but hey, we got it with Chuck. I really feel like, and rightfully so, that Lewis does have something to prove as far as him wanting to be successful the second year that he's in Ferrari, because we all know how that goes. Second year in every team, he tends to perform, at a higher level than the first year. And hopefully, this is going to be the springboard for him to start winning races. I really hope so. Anyway.
Well, until they figure out, like I said before, I believe Lewis is racing the best he's ever raced right now. I think hands down he's basically racing his best race, except Ferrari just can't keep up.
Right. And we heard that on the radio when he was saying that he needed more power.
Mm-hmm. They can't generate the power.
They'll figure it out. We have to be optimistic that Ferrari will figure it out. I mean, they've worked this hard. And huge shout out to the new engineers that have come in from all of the other driving series to come help Ferrari at Formula One, because it seems to be working. Because we are not going to forget that, in other racing series, Le Mans and everything else, Ferrari is a beast. Huge shout out to Antonio Giovinazzi. Okay.
They dominate.
So, yes, they do. So hopefully those engineers coming from all of the other racing series coming to Formula One to assist them, I hope that they'll be able to extract as much power out of the car so Lewis Hamilton and Chuck can start winning some more races.
But even if, can they generate enough to beat Mercedes?
Look, that remains to be seen, but we're going to be optimistic, Team LH44, because what we don't
No.
want is for him to be in the back with Max and the rookies. Man, yo, I cannot wait for us to start talking about that. But I know that we want us to talk about the podium finish first. Right.
Yeah. So with the podium finish, of course, Kimi's number 1,
Mhm.
George is number 2, and the 8-time champion is number 3.
Great. And who else was on the podium with them?
Oh, who's the what's the engineer name?
Bono.
Yeah, Bono's on there, and
Yeah.
that right there, which is like I said, total. He knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he's doing. Send him out there.
Lewis, come back. Look, I just want to know one thing. So did Bono whisper in Lewis's ear, yo, hammer time?
Listen, can you imagine if Lewis was in Mercedes right now if he never left?
Yeah, I think it would still be a battle between him and George. And I think I feel like George feels like Mercedes is his team. Okay. And I have my own theory. I have my own theory on why. Do you want to hear my own theory on why? All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you guys already know, there was so many things that transpired for George Russell to actually get a seat in Mercedes. So let's rewind it back.
Mm-hmm.
Rewind it back to when Valtteri Bottas was driving for Mercedes. And remember, they were, what race is it in Saudi Arabia? Lewis came down with COVID. So this tells us how old this was, right? How long ago this was. So Lewis comes down with COVID and they're like, holy crap, who are we going to get to drive his car? Because they were still in the fight for the championship, right? So they call up George Russell. And when they call up George Russell, it was, look, you have to drive Lewis's car as is. Like I think they even had to alter like the top of George Russell's shoe because he was so tall. And you know, Lewis is not as tall as George Russell, right?
It's like 5'3".
Right. Who? Yeah. Lewis is not 5'3".
How tall is he? I mean, I'll look it up. Go ahead.
Okay. Anyways, he's not 5'3". He's a little bit taller than that. But George Russell is like, hitting the 6s. All right. So anyway, George Russell gets in the car, drives the wheels off of that car. Like, well, Mercedes messed it up, but drove the wheels off of that car. Almost won the race till he did. Who's 5'9"? Lewis. Exactly, because I'm 5'11". So yeah, he's not 5'3" though. That's Fernando Alonso. But anyway, I'm just saying, or Google Fernando Alonso while I'm telling this story. Yeah, but anyway, so he drives the wheels off of the Mercedes, goes in for a pit stop. They mess up on the tires. Left George Russell upset, crying in the grass. Do you remember that young man was crying in the grass? I remember that. He was laid out crying on the grass. But that is the time that I really think that George Russell was like, yo, I am Mercedes. And then not to mention the second time when him and Valtteri Bottas got into a bit of a kerfuffle. And, they both went off track. George Russell gets out the car. He slaps Valtteri upside the head. And Valtteri flips him the bird. So I think those two were two instances where George Russell was like, I am Mercedes. I am not going to rest until I literally get a seat by any means necessary. 5'6". Yeah. Who's 5'6"? Do not say Fernando. He is not.
That's what it says.
Okay, whatever.
That's 5'6".
Okay. But anyway, that is my George Russell philosophy and story for the reason why he feels like he is Mercedes. Now, do you feel, Amani, that when it comes to driver number 1, driver number 2 in Mercedes, who is who?
Kimi's number 1.
Oh, what? Oh.
Because you gotta understand, like, Total Wolf, and this is, like I said, we simply winding stuff back, right? back in a couple years ago, for 2020 happened. It was like 18, 16, whatever. He wanted Max Verstappen. That's a known fact. He wanted Max Verstappen. That's a known fact. And so, but he didn't get him. Of course. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole feud with that's a whole other thing. And so he's been searching for his Max, right? A young kid that he can get an F3 and to skip F2 to bring him over to F1, right? He's trying to find somebody that can drive and do all this stuff, and also it's the same thing with Max did. And that's what Kimi is doing right now. Skips it, goes over here, and he feels that this is his, like, I guess like project, but it's like I found this guy. I trained this guy. I put him in our system and all this other stuff because I believed him, all this other stuff. I'm just saying, look at the George Russell contract. That's all I'm saying. For George Russell's contract to be situation like that, allegedly, you can't be a number one driver with that contract. I'm just saying. It's not like the numbers, not the numbers. Okay, it's the performance aspect of it. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
Do you feel like they have more of Kimi Antonelli's back than they do George Russell's when it comes to their contracts? So is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, it could appear to look that way. But all I'm saying is from the physicality of George Russell, he feels like he is Formula One. That's all I'm saying.
What? I mean,
not Formula One. He feels like he is Mercedes, is what I'm saying.
I feel like I'm Michael Jordan sometimes when I wake up too.
Okay.
But
everybody
reality
wants to be like Mike.
But reality kicks in that he has to see. Listen, what? First of all, let's just put this in reality: is that when everybody else was signing contracts, George didn't receive a contract until like
he was like, "Where's mine?"
Yeah, until like later on. So they're treating him because this was when allegedly he was trying to get Max over.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly. And so what I'm saying is like George is not getting treated as a number one driver. Now, when he won the championship, I thought Piastri was going to win the championship last year. But when your boy goes, allegedly, we should give it to Norris because Norris is the face of it. Norris is the, this is the.
Norris paid his dues to McLaren. Like he didn't.
Nothing.
Okay, all right. So
nothing.
Well, doesn't
and I am on here.
This point?
I'm on here on the podcast. I'm on this podcast. I think I said this on Wolf's podcast. I mean, I said this on plenty of podcasts. That Norris is not a world champion. It is what it is. And I understand he's now is one. I don't know why he changed the number. That was crazy. And like I said, he's not.
He's entitled to.
And so, like I said, I mean, like I said, I'm just seeing what's happening on the track. That's all I'm seeing.
Well, and also what's not on the track, because we both know, goodness well, that McLaren was not on. Yeah.
Here's my theory.
So,
right?
Go ahead. Yeah, I want to hear it.
Here's my theory with McLaren. Is that they knew last year they could not get a car together. That's why they kept pushing last year to win a title, which is okay, cool, whatever. They knew that they could not get, and there was rumors also. There was rumors they could not get the car together, period. And they still can't get the car together. That's not as bad as Aston Martin, because I don't think Aston Martin ever going to finish the race. I think they're going to just get out because they have to. You know what I'm saying? They have to put, the point is, by rule.
That is awful.
By rule, you have to put a car on the track. You just can't just DQ yourself, right? You have to put a car on the track, something happens, and go, okay, whatever. Mm-hmm. So, this is what I think what McLaren is doing. McLaren knows they don't have a shot at the title at all. At all. They don't have it at all. And listen, the CEO, team principal, he's from America. He's from LA. Let's just put that out like that, right? He's from LA.
Right? What does that mean?
what he's trying to do is he's trying his best to sabotage McLaren enough that he can go to the rule board and go, listen, these new stuff ain't working. Look what it's doing to our car. How are we supposed to race with this not working? Look at Red Bull. Look, Red Bull's doing the same thing, whatever, blowing up. We're not putting our drivers in harm's way. That's what he's basically kind of doing. I mean, it's early now.
Money, where do you even get these theories from? Listen, who said that?
I'm just saying. This allegedly what's going on. You can see it from the paddock. He's trying to manipulate.
You are hilarious. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
He is trying to manipulate the system. Yes.
We know. Okay.
Okay.
Let's just walk it back a little bit.
Walk it back.
Each team, since we have been watching Formula One and they go through regulation changes, there has always been a team that struggles more than others. Okay.
Yes.
In this case, there have been a few teams that have been struggling. Yes. So we have Aston Martin, we have McLaren,
Williams,
Cadillac, and
Cadillac's still been winning races. I mean, not winning races, but they're finishing.
They're still participating in races, but it has been a little bit hard for them to get their outfit off the ground. I mean,
there might be more drivers than cars.
What? So you're blaming Checo and Bottas?
I just said
the reason why Checo wasn't out. Wait, hold on. The reason why Checo wasn't out on the first race was because they were having issues with the car that they had to fix. Okay. It wasn't because Checo. All right. And I will say this because I kind of agree with you a little bit too. When they do get on track, can you not race each other, please? Because we need to get enough data back to Cadillac so we can improve on other races. Okay. We can't have that if both of y'all. Yeah, but both of them, they were like low-key racing each other. And I know that those people like Cadillac were cringing because they were like, if they crash the cars, can we please just get the cars back to the garage so we can analyze the data? Okay, because nobody is giving us any information at all. This is all of our information with our car. But so I kind of get that. But the theory of Zach Brown sabotaging McLaren so then he can somehow get some regulation changes into the no, I don't see that happening at all. Like I said, all of the teams at some point or another has struggled with regulation changes. We saw what happened with Mercedes and Lewis having a shit box for like 2 or 3 years. It was crazy, right? Or was that more like 4? I when something traumatizing happens to my brain, it tends to just want to just leave it there. So I don't even remember how bad it was. But I do remember Christian Horner telling Total Wolff to fix his effing car, right?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's what Total Wolff wants to say to Red Bull as Max Verstappen complains about his car.
It's a tractor. He got no power.
Man, when I was watching the race and he was trying to put it in another gear and it was not going, I was like, oh no. I could hear Christian Horner's voice. Fix your effing car. Like what he was telling Toto. And it's like, when a tangle where we weave. Max Verstappen was going off in that media pin about how the car has been not performing. It feels like it's Mario Kart. Not performing to Max Verstappen standards since the last race. So, 2026, I think it's going to probably be a long haul for Max Verstappen.
And shout out to Wolff also because he put a good thing on, these wannabe Lewis fans jumping over to Max.
What? When that happened and why? Who did that?
Don't come over here. Don't come back over here.
Oh, so now they want to come back to Lewis because he was on podium?
Yeah, don't come back over here.
The door is closed. You may not pass.
Although, like I said, I'm just saying, let's see what Japan's next. Let's see what Japan brings.
We're not talking about any of that. That's
all I'm saying. Matter of fact, let me look at the track on Japan because.
And what to expect? Now, Amani, let me ask you this. Did you notice that? All right. So remember when I called them the first wave of rookies, right? Because this is like when we were all during COVID getting into Formula One. So the first wave of rookies was in their 20s and younger. Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Alex Arbon, Lando Norris. Um, who else was a young rookie? Remember, they all came basically into Formula One like boom, 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 right after another, right? And they were like, "This is the one of the youngest Formula One grids in F1 history." Now they've done it again, right? But do you know what I like about these new rookies versus the junior graduating class? What I
They
like
can
about
actually
this freshman
drive.
class, that they don't care about. They don't care about
Okay.
veteran drivers. They don't care about anything. They will scrap from lap 1 to lap 58. They do not care. The way that they were low key pushing Max out the way, like I was
Yeah.
screaming. I was like, "Yo, these rookies do not care. They want to seek their teeth in to a win so bad they're willing to do anything, even if it's for 1 point." So, huge shout out to all the rookies. And I just cannot wait to see Isaac Hadjar, which he's not considered a rookie because he's already been in Formula One for a season or two. But for him to actually challenge Max Verstappen in a Red Bull car, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, always say, but that's
Can't
not
wait for
really
those team
saying.
orders. I can't wait for those team orders. What are
Yeah,
those
but
team orders gonna
yeah,
say?
but Red Bull is so down right now. I
I
think it's
know it's down, but I mean, I'm just saying, when it comes to 12th and 13th place, or they're fighting for ninth and 11th place, is Isaac Hadjar going to take it from Max Verstappen? I think he will.
I don't know. I can't call that.
You
Because
really think that Isaac Hadjar is going to back down to Max Verstappen? I don't
no,
think
he's not
so.
going back. No, he's not going back down. No, he's not going back down. But I think the situation now is that Max is not. Well, Red Bull doesn't have either cars a championship. Can it finish a race car? Right. That's what it basically. They're worried about finishing the race now. They're not even worried about points. They're worried about hopefully the engine don't blow up or something happens when they pull in the pit. Because now all these teams now when they box, it's more than just changing wheels. Can this car get out of the pits?
Yeah. Can
That's how
it
serious.
complete a race? Like whether we're starting on the line or we're starting from the pit lane, can we at least complete a race?
That's it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I mean, I like Hadjar, but I think he's still. I don't know. I think he's still got one. I want to see him next year. I think he's still got one
Okay.
more year. On that. He's not. I would say that he's not Ollie Bearman.
Yeah.
He's not. No, he's not. Ollie is. He's just on a not good. Which I love. Well, Cadillac's my team now, but if he gets on a better team, that'd be scary, man. Oh my gosh, if Lewis never left Mercedes, he's on Ferrari.
You think that he would definitely put it down by the point that they'll be like, "Yo, he's definitely somebody to look for."
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I get it.
I think, which that surprised me. That surprised me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Doing with that, but I like Ollie a lot. He just shows no emotion. I think what you're really these kids don't they just don't show. It was even Kimi too. I think they told Kimi to cry. Like, hey, look, I need you to cry. Don't stop looking. Can you cry? They're in his head like, okay, just cry. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, well,
when he was on pole, he was like,
okay, whatever.
Thanks, guys.
I'm supposed to
like,
be here.
What?
That's total. That's your boy, Total Wolf. You know, because he's like.
But I did see on the internet. Okay, and I don't know because they always try to do like all these different type of posts to try to gain like attention and shock value.
Yeah.
But I did see a post. I don't know if it's true or not. But Kimi Antonelli, he was on the plane with his medal still on, and he was holding the trophy, and he was asleep. Okay, so if that's a real photo, yeah, I know. I think it was AI too. But if it was a real photo, it was definitely a cute one.
Did you see the one before that one though? When they left him on the private jet? Bottas
No.
Bottas did
What?
a photo, and I think Lewis was on the plane.
Yeah, like they all hopped on Toto's private jet with him and Susie, and they caught a lift home from Toto. Yeah, I
Or
did
did they
see
go there?
that.
Question:
Yeah.
Was Lewis at the Oscars?
I don't think so. I don't think that he was. No.
Dang, I thought he was at least gonna make it. He probably couldn't make it.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. I mean, he would need a Concorde to make it to LA. But nevertheless, I mean, we got to give the man kudos that his film did win, and that's
Yes.
awesome. And you know what? And he also won too. So tell me, Team LH, what were your thoughts when you saw Lewis battle Chuck for third place because he knew he had to be on that daggone podium? And when he accomplished that, how did you feel?
Well, for me, I wasn't surprised. Listen.
Mm,
I think third place is right now is probably the ceiling. Right now, you know what I'm saying? It's probably when I saw Leclerc get fourth, and I'm like, okay, they're gonna be interchangeable. So that wasn't really a surprise for me. I'm waiting for that one. And when he gets that one, that's what I'm really waiting on. But to see him, but all hindsight, to see him on a podium in Ferrari gear was an amazing sight. Did I cry? No, because I want to cry when he gets to that number one. But I have definitely, listen, to experience everything we experienced last year.
mhm.
And now it's finally, and he's racing like he never raced before. And like I said, I think Charles, I think him and I think this is like a training. I feel like when they're on the thing, I think Lewis is teaching Charles some moves or something. He has to, because when they're battling each other, I'm like, this guy. Listen, when they're 3-4 miles ahead, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mercedes is, and then everybody is 4 miles behind you, and it's just you and him. That's the only thing you see. It's like, yo, let's have a little fun. Let's just test each other out. And then you're getting stuff in. I think they just kind of. I feel like Lewis is teaching. You can just see it. I feel like he's just teaching Leclerc, just like, watch what I do. Watch how I get close. You like watch the lines I'm hitting around you. Watch how I pass you. You know, I want you to pass me like that. And sometimes Leclerc, he'll pass him. Like, okay, perfect. Let me pass you back. Watch me. That's how I felt like it was. It was like, let's just
I,
you
fe-
know, you got nothing else to
I
do.
mean, I really feel like he was fighting for third. He was like, look, could he be comfortably in fourth? Yes. But he was like, no, I want to be on that podium. I am sick and tired of always missing out, losing out, or something happens. And what I think now, the stakes have raised a little bit. I think they've raised a lot of it because when we look at the calendar, Money, we have two races that will not be taking place,
Mm-hmm.
possibly four. And I'm saying four because
I
we
think so
don't
too.
know what's going to go on this
Yep.
whole year. And even if, say, I don't know, they stop, what's going on in the Middle East, they still have to make sure that it's safe and rebuild all the things that have been,
Mm-hmm.
destroyed.
Right.
So I think by the time they do all that, I don't think that it'll be by the end of the race. So we're looking at two, possibly four races that may not take place. So needless to say, the stakes are extremely high. I don't know if McLaren will be able to recover
No, it's over
from
with.
what is going on with their cars, especially
Mm-hmm.
with Oscar Piastri not being able to race for two races. I think that
Yeah.
that's detrimental. So when the rubber meets the road, he basically is not going to race for six races. When everybody else has four, he'll have six. And that is definitely going to play a part in the constructors championship as well as the drivers championship. Even look at the scoring system now. The only thing that separates Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton now is 1 point. And that's just race number two. So, like I said, the best thing that Lewis can do, one, Ferrari needs to find more power in that engine. Two, they need to make sure that they are constantly finishing on the podium, no matter what, to even have a chance at all.
And they
One thing
will.
that Lewis, I believe so too. And one thing that
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton, I feel that he has that near three of those other drivers have, and I'm talking about Chuck, Kimi, or George, is expertise and experience in tire management and strategy
Yeah, he's
whenever
old.
Ferrari feels like it. Okay, first of all, we're not going to say that word because he doesn't look it. Say it again and you're dead meat. Say it again and you're dead meat. But he does. I mean, hold on a second. Stop it. Because Fernando Alonso is just as old as Lewis Hamilton.
He's
is,
not
but
winning, though.
Where is Fernando
Well,
Alonso in comparison to Lewis Hamilton? Cut the games.
First of all,
Give
that's an Aston
respect when
Martin
respect's due.
promise.
Did you hear this team, LH? His name is Amani. Get him. Okay.
They know me. They know me. Game's ready to go. They know me.
But what I'm simply saying is that's the part of Lewis that they don't have. No matter how fast those Mercedes cars go, let them make a mistake. The moment that they do, Lewis will be there. He will be there.
All I'm going to say this. All I'm going to say is this. Like I said, this is my own opinion. It's not a reflex of Monday vibes and everything that I have done on this podcast. All I'm going to say is this. C for combat. I think that's the only way they are going. That's all I'm not saying nothing else. I'm not emphasizing what I'm talking about. I'm just saying if they want to get 1 and 2,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna have to go with C. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
That's the
All
only way. That's the only. Just a little.
So you said C for combat, or did you say SC for safety cars? Because we really feel like the safety car
the ST
has
ain't
been
working. It ain't working.
The safety car has been their saving grace. I mean, come on, the safety car at the Chinese Grand Prix.
What's the saving grace? Only thing the safety cars has helped is Kimi. That's the only person the safety cars has helped is Kimi.
But do you think that safety cars this year in 2026 are going to be able to play a role in assisting Ferrari as long as they continue to make some decent strategy calls?
If it's in the
assist them and at least being in the front and being able to fight for a championship.
If it's in the last 5 laps, 10 laps, yes. But if it's in the last 20 and above, no.
Okay.
Because listen, we are all on here. It was 56 laps in there. We was all on here by 51st praying. None of y'all been to church since y'all was saying Easter programs, and y'all was praying that somebody rolls off real quick. Praying somebody hits the stands.
You're not lying. I was like, SC, where's the SC?
I said when it was like 3 minutes ahead, I was like, yo, we need to calm down. Somebody need to hit something. But all the cars that needed to hit something was out. Was out.
Look, it was either that or it was rain. I was like, is it gonna rain? Is it rain? Oh, I'm sorry, it's wet.
Calm it down. Yeah, it was. No, that's the only thing. But safety cars ain't working. So you just gotta listen. Sometimes you just gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Just a little. That's all I'm saying. That's the only way, because you cannot. Once you can Lewis can hold them off for a long period of time, but they know what they got now, and it's just a matter of time. It's just a waiting, just like, okay, we can get us in the da. But when the straight happens, get out the way. Come on, take it. It's over with.
Yeah, like I think Russell was waiting. He was like, okay, yeah, no, we'll go through, we'll battle through, all the turns, but I'm gonna get you on the straight. And he did. He really did. All right. So we have been talking a lot about Kimi Antonelli, George Russell, Lewis, and Chuck. Let's move back to the midfield, okay? Because there were some battles happening there. I mean, we briefly touched on it with the rookies and Max Verstappen, and they were like, lead follower, get the F out of the way, Max. And Max DNF'd. So what other battles did you see in midfield that you want to talk about on the pod?
Well, besides, I think I love I would say this. I'll get up to Gasly is definitely racing. But like I said, half the cars are off the track anyway. They're gone. You know what I'm saying? So Gasly has this opportunity, to do that. I think Lawson's out there just, he cut everybody off.
Yeah, but like Hadjar, he spun out and he got back on the track. I was like, okay, I see you.
I was like, and they quick to turn. They like, oh snap.
I was like, what? Yeah, like they were not messing around. I think that's what I like about them. Let's hit back. Let's hit back on Pierre though, because who was Pierre battling on the track, Amani?
Who is he battling? Because I know
Esteban Ocon.
They're not even on the same team.
What? No,
she hates Esteban. She hates.
Okay, first of all, Esteban. I don't hate anybody, but if there's anybody who likes to start a lot of ish in Formula One, it is Esteban Ocon. We spoke about it last podcast, and it still rang true for this podcast in the Chinese Grand Prix. Who was Esteban battling on the track? Pierre Gasly. Once again. I'm like, yo, y'all aren't even on the same team, okay? You were in a Haas, he's in an Alpine. Now, the reason why you left Alpine, we're just going to go ahead and be quiet because we all know the reason why. But still, you have to battle the gas man. Really. I just leave Pierre alone. And I know Pierre is thinking the same thing. He like, dang, here he comes again. Why is he always on me? Like, go battle somebody else.
He got nothing to do.
Okay, well, Esteban really needs to find something else better to do, okay? Than harass Pierre Gasly while he's trying to at least score some decent points for Alpine.
Because the thing with him, and here's a crazy thing, right? Which I never thought I would see this, is that now there's always one race that your boy Esteban, he's going to just go in there and he's going, yeah, it's your boy. And he is going to just show up and he might actually win a race. I don't know. It's just something which, like I said, you still have the Italian races. I think you still have the Italian race. You got one of them or something like that. And you still have Monaco. So regardless of that, which I'm very excited to see what Monaco's going to do. But here's the crazy thing is that Haas can come in third in constructors this year. They're 1 point behind McLaren. And Haas can become third in the constructors this year. If he gets his act right.
A bold statement, my friend.
That's not crazy to say. All these out here.
Bold. I said bold. I didn't want to call you crazy, but that's a bit bold.
Bold is Virginia talk for crazy, which is which is bold to say. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh! If Haas comes in third place,
no,
that'd be wild.
They just need to finish what the whole point. It's
money. You and your conspiracy theories. I don't even understand.
They're 1 point behind McLaren. If your boy just races, he can get points. Ollie's going to get the major points anyway. That's why they're third anyway. I know this is the second race. I know people comment on this guy's crazy. Look, Ollie's probably racing his best right now, or whatever Haas has.
They have something to prove. I get it.
Yeah,
they have something to prove.
And so the thing is, it's like if your boy starts acting right and start trying to fight Gasly for some reason, that what. You know what I'm saying? That they could win. They could become third, which is a huge step for Haas. Huge for Haas. But it's not just Haas. Also, you also have the Diet Red Bulls also. They're still behind Haas. You know what I'm saying? They're doing
Diet Red Bulls. I am done.
They're doing their
thing. But look, they're making headway. Those racing bulls, they're serious. What is it? The Visa Cash Apps?
It's anybody's game besides like 1 and 2. But everybody else, it's anybody's game now. which is so crazy because we're gonna see a lot of people get points and who ain't got points in a long time. And Cadillac is getting points.
Well, they finished just outside the points.
It's right there.
They make a point. They made 1 point.
That's all they need. That's all you need. Is like a little bit, like 1 point. Let me see.
I thought they finished right outside the points.
Yeah. Yeah, Pierre. Yeah, right outside the points, but they're like right there. The only thing you do is just race.
Yeah.
Just race. That's all you gotta do.
Bring the car home. Race and bring the car home.
I don't know what Calapinto's doing. I thought he was.
I think that Colapinto, he even struggled last year.
Williams messed up on that.
So the jury's still out on that. I'm still pulling for Williams though, because I so believe in that team. But I do understand that it's regulation change time, and that can be that regulation changes have always been like tough Williams, with the exception of like last year, to be honest. Last year we saw them perform fairly well. This year they're starting to struggle again. So hopefully they will catch up. But there's so much more to the racing calendar. There's so many more unpredicted things. I mean, no one would have thought that the way that the race was in Australia to the way that it was here, and how many cars either didn't start the race or just didn't finish, has grown tremendously. Like, they were dropping like flies. It was insane. But with that being said, Pierre Gasly, and I just want to go back to him, right?
Okay,
because he's like low-key, he's low-key one of my favorites.
Crash.
And I think that I will stop. I think the reason why he's one of my favorites is because all the adversity that Pierre has gone through since he's been in Formula One.
He's French.
So what does that even mean, Amani?
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, see? You mess up everything.
I'm listening.
Let me finish my shout out for Pierre, okay? Dear Pierre, I view you as the comeback kid, okay? And I will never forget your win at Monza. I don't care what anybody says. As many times as you have been put down, kicked out of teams, he always believed in himself. Whether he got kicked out of one team, but he had to go to freaking AlphaTauri with Yuki. And he did extremely well by helping Yuki learn the ropes of AlphaTauri before he left and moved on to Alpine. But anyway, Pierre Gasly, you're a kind soul. You're an amazing soul. And please, if you ever get the opportunity to get in a rocket ship, I know that you would get the job done.
He hasn't yet.
Esteban
got more podiums than Gasly.
You are not going to be talking about Esteban, okay? But this is not an Esteban over Pierre Gasly podcast. It's not, right? Because all of a sudden your mic's going to go mute and we're not going to be able to hear anything you say for the rest of the podcast if you keep talking Esteban Ocon over Pierre Gasly.
Since we're talking about some of your favorite racers.
No, I'm talking about Pierre Gasly being the comeback kid. He is the comeback kid today on the Monday Vibes podcast. Can we deal with it?
Can we go back to Williams for a second? And I don't. This is what people listen. Here's the deal. And I love Williams. I love Claire. I love everything about Williams, right?
But it's JD running the team now.
I know. This is what I'm trying to get to. The real problem with Williams, is Alex.
Okay, explain. Because I didn't see this coming. Explain.
He's holding back Williams. When they had an opportunity to keep Calapinto or Alex, chill with Calapinto. I just don't understand. I don't understand what. Like I said, we understand why Lance Stroll is on Aston Martin. Okay, we understand that. I don't know why Fernando Alonso is still playing, but we understand that also. It's got to get to the point where if you're a team, you see all the top dogs switching out. And if you have players on your team that's just not scoring for years, I don't care if he can save tires or not. Sometimes you have to look in the mirror and go, who can we bring up? What is it going to earn? They're wasting every year. They're wasting time with him. He hasn't bringing anything to the. He got all these incredible contracts coming in. Hasn't performed. I need to look back and see when he even won in the top 10.
He performed well. Oh gosh. Okay. He was another Red Bull.
Red Bull?
Yes, he was another Red Bull. And he went wheel to wheel with Lewis, and he got into a couple kerfuffles with Lewis. So that put him back, right? And he eventually got canned from Red Bull. But you really think all the success, because Williams has come up a bit. No, I'm talking about in the terms of Williams as a racing team.
Yes,
I am not talking about where the position is on the grid. Okay.
I love Williams.
So when you talk about the Jeez, I feel like I'm on trial and I have to defend all of these drivers from Amani because Amani is trying to put them away. Put Pierre Gasly away. Put Alex Albon away. Like, jeez. Albon has been very instrumental on bringing Williams along the way that he has. Now, has Williams improved and gotten better since Carlos Sainz? Of course they have. But, that just speaks to who Carlos Sainz as a person is, right? McLaren, same thing. Ferrari, same thing. Now he's at Williams. Even when Sainz was at Renault, he did do well, and he's loved by everybody on the team. So you really think that they should can Alex Albon and keep Carlito and then replace Alex with Calapinto? Is that what you're saying?
They should have done that, yes.
Okay, well, I disagree.
You probably would have more points going on with Calapinto than Alex.
Do you really think that it's the driver and it's not the car?
It's the driver.
Okay.
We gotta get to the point where he's been at he's been at a situation.
We will agree to disagree.
I don't remember last time he scored points.
I don't care. He helps develop the team.
To the ground?
He has been there. He has been there, since George left.
Jeez. And nothing has happened.
And you're trying, okay, that's not true. Okay, that's not true. Okay, it's not.
They sold the team.
I'm going by William. I know they sold the team to an American company. I get that. Yeah. I get that. But you're like, Alex hasn't done anything to contribute to the team. Has Alex been on podium? No. Has he been in a better track position than Carlos Sainz? No. But he has helped in the development of the Williams team. Now, what you feel like they should do is just can him and move on to a Calapinto and be like, oh, we're going to try to come in 9th in races. Is
get
that
points?
What you want?
Yes. And get points?
Okay. All right.
And get points? And get points? What are you talking about? Yes, 9th. I want to finish in 9th place.
Done. Okay. All right. I've never given up on Alex. Moving on.
Sky Sports is hiring. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, you crack me up. I cannot with you. Cannot. All right. So we talked about Cadillac, but we barely touched on Audi. Your thought on Audi 1000?
I think I don't want to say it's the drivers over there also. But what is it? Who's the youngest over there? Borletto?
Mm-hmm. Is it Gabriel Borletto?
He got to get it together. The Brazilian, right? He got to get it together. I still, Nico. I mean, Nico knows how to he knows how to finish a race. Okay, that's about the only great thing he can do. Okay. But I want to see more out of
still podium from Lewis Hamilton, but I digress. as a Team LH fan.
Are you talking about the time where when he won his first podium?
Yes. One of the days that will live in Team LH infamy, but whatever.
Interesting.
You know it will, Lamani. Come on. We were all sad that day. I think I even cried. And also happy we weren't doing the podcast then, because it would have been a sad day in Tinseltown if I had to get on a podcast and talk about that devastating loss that Lewis
And
Hamilton did not even make. Heartbreak. It was worse than the NE heartbreak. Okay. And if you don't know what the NE heartbreak is, that only speaks to how old you are, and you don't know anything about music if you know what the NE heartbreak is. But it was a heartbreaking moment.
I did see. Matter of fact, that was last year, because I did see it on Drive to Survive. I'm like on episode 4, I think. So
okay, well,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
We choose not to. But getting back to Audi, so you talk about Bortoleto, and then you talk about Hulkenberg, right? But you don't say anything about the team. It's their first year, okay, as out in an Audi
Technically,
outfit. So can
yes.
they in an Audi outfit?
Yes.
So are we going to give them as much grace as Cadillac, or not so much?
No, because if you put makeup on a pig, it's still a pig.
Wow.
Point blank. No, I give all the graces to, Cadillac, and I would never talk down a Cadillac. Ever. Okay? Ever. But we understand Audi's been here. Period. They've been here. But I mean, they're still they're just having the same problems as the other 5 teams that can't finish races. That's the only thing. That's the only thing.
Hopefully it will improve, though,
As long as you're not complaining about it, it probably will be confusing. Like, Red Bull's not going to be Red Bull's never going to be good because they keep on complaining about it. McLaren will never be good this year because they keep on complaining about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And also, let me say this. For the people that think they're not watching good races, the people that's out here thinking that, like, this is, like, the worst season of F1, people thinking, like, oh, my gosh, like, the new regulations is complete dog water. Listen, I don't know what 1960 race that you love to watch. I can't watch anything but behind 95. So if you think this is probably, I don't remember, I ain't gonna say I gotta wait till the whole year happens to it. But right now, every race, we had 2 races. I just want to put that out there. I know it's 2. I'm understanding it's only 2 races. Get damn. But it's been absolutely cinema.
I think so too. I agree with you 100%. Like, this race, I was like, what? This has happened. That's happened. This person's not going out. This person's car broke down. Like, it was insane. Battle in the midfield, battle amongst team members. Like, it has been a culmination of everything that we love about Formula One. So let me ask you, Amani, do you feel like the Chinese Grand Prix, Shanghai GP, or whatever you want to call it, delivered this weekend?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
I put it over
10 out of 10.
And I love Suzuka. I love the captain. I love that race.
Yeah.
That race is probably gonna be better than China.
Woo! In terms of some more DNFs or racing wheel to wheel, or what?
Listen, when I talk, here's the situation. When I talk about great races, I'm only talking about Mercedes and Ferrari.
Okay.
Go head to head, because that's the only teams that's going to matter. All these other teams, they just don't have it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. They ain't got it. Dude, they ain't got it. Ferrari can kill anybody off the start, but Mercedes got everybody off the straights. Ferrari got everybody.
Let me tell you, Lewis Hamilton during the race start, like that was stellar. The way, oh my gosh,
That's what I'm
like I
saying.
got
C for
goosebumps. I
combat
was like,
right when the
wow.
race starts. Just a little bow. That's all I'm saying. Just a little bit. But here's the thing. Here's the real thing, which listen. My all-time favorite race of all time is Monaco. Okay,
hmm
and I cannot wait for this year. I think we're going to have more overtakes this year we have ever had at Monaco.
Hope so, but I hope we have some more competitors
We're not.
because so
We're
you think
not.
Red Bulls in the back, they're done. Aston Martin is only going around the track just to say that they're going to complete a couple laps.
Yes.
Audi has it, but don't. We got to give Cadillac the benefit of the doubt because this is their first year in Formula One. So this is basically an exploratory year for them. As long
Stay
as
on
they
the
bring the
track.
cars home
Right.
and they gather
Stay on
all the
track.
information and data that they
Mm-hmm.
need, that's our only expectations for Cadillac. As far as Alpine, they will continue to be a midfield team. Not moving up, not moving down. But Williams, you feel like unless they drop Alex Arbon, they will be on the bridge to nowhere still.
Yes.
And and McLaren is just a ball lost in tall grass until they touch the
Yes.
grass. They figure out how to work the car. So not Pierre. So Piastri and also Lando. Well, I think Lando's pretty content with being a one-time world champion. Just
Yeah, he don't
kind of
care.
like, hey,
Yeah.
mom, I did it. Look at me, I did it.
They
And
got
that,
golf
that's it.
clubs. What are they
All
worried
right.
about?
So basically, McLaren's going to go off and they're going to go play golf for a few rounds and then come back
Yeah.
and be serious. But Ferrari is in it to hopefully win it, but not without Mercedes being extremely fast on the straights.
Only way, like I said, two-way Lewis is going to win first place. If he does the C, one.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a safety car around probably about the seventh lap to the end. So if they have 56 laps, about like 49, close to 50, maybe 51, just enough to get
Mm-hmm.
around track a couple times. Yes. Or if I don't even know if it rains. I don't think rain matters.
Think rain matters. What are you talking about? He is the rain maker. Okay. If it rains, Lewis Hamilton has it in a bag, and I'm gonna
Can't get him
call
on the
that out.
straights. It
So
has to rain. What's a good? What is it always?
really, they'll choke. They'll choke. Whatever. I really don't care what you say. They'll choke.
Kimmy might choke. George, I don't think George's gonna choke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they'll choke. So either that or some sort of
if they choke
some
3 seconds
sort.
ahead of me, that's not choking.
I know, understood. But also too, reliability issues with Mercedes because we all saw what happened to George. And low key, I kind of like the lights on the side of the mirrors. I think those are cool. They had them
Wait, what
all
do you
lit
mean?
up.
What do you mean? What happened to George?
George, he had reliability issues. I think it was like, was it qualifying or something? And like
Second.
that was it doesn't matter. Like he had issues and he had to go back to the garage. If they did not fix that car, he would have been screwed.
If he would have started in last place, he still finished in second.
Monty, I'm getting off this podcast now because I'm done talking to you about some.
I'm just. Are we not? We gotta say what's out there. If he came in last, first of all, he came in last place, number one. I mean, what two cars didn't make it, so boom, he's not even in last place. He had to worry about that. What Alex, he's gone. He didn't finish the race. Berletto, he didn't finish the race. So it was like, he's just trying to just make his way. Safety car comes, you can forget it. He's passing 10 cars on the strip. You can
oh my
forget
gosh.
it.
So what are your predictions for Suzuka?
Kimi won. Okay, hold on. Let me just hold it. Unless Suzuka.
With your
Here's the
Ferrari
thing.
shirt on, you're gonna say that. Okay. I'm done.
Hey, listen. I'm trying to be as look, I said the ceiling for Ferrari is 3. Here's the deal. Now
I think you need to think that over, but okay.
I'm looking at the map right now, and they got two straights, very long straights between 18 and 1, right? That's gonna be the one. That's gonna be the killer. And then they got the one 14 to 15. I'm looking at it right now. Everything else is manageable, I think, with Ferrari, because there's a lot of curves, especially with 2 through 9. There's a lot of curves. Now, listen, I'm finna get technical. I don't get technical with this because I don't really care about the technicality of stuff. I just like to see them race, and this is whatever. If you come here for like parts and insiders, that's not me. And so,
no, we're not the engineers. That's another podcast.
We're not doing that. So, I do think, and it might rain in Japan. I feel like it always does.
It has the potential to, yes.
So if it rains, I think we might look at Ferrari might actually get 2nd and 3rd. You still got George there. I think Kimi can't handle the rain yet. And then Kimi might just win the whole thing in the rain and be like, look at us, we got egg on our face. But reality is that I think if it doesn't rain, it's gotta be George. I mean, I could put Lewis 2nd just because I dream also, and then put Kimi 3rd and Leclerc 4th. But that's
all you got.
I don't want to put Mercedes there every week because I mean I know they're gonna win it every week, and then it's gonna get to the point where it's like by June, July, they don't win the constructors. So
yeah.
So I mean that's what you got.
I will say thank you for Ferrari for giving us hope to believe in something a little bit more greater for Lewis.
It feels
especially
good
with it being his 2nd season, and I hope that continues to improve.
It feels good.
And I'm going to remain optimistic that Lewis goes from 3rd to 2nd and 2nd to 1st. I think a lot of that is going to depend on the way that he drives, the conditions in which he drives, and then also too, if there are safety cars and any opportunity he has. I'm so excited that I know for a fact that Lewis will take it, especially the way that he was battling Leclerc on the track. I think that he's ready to take chances and to see how far he can actually get. I think that hopefully by next race he would have passed Leclerc, which leaves who in the drivers. It's George Russell, Kimi Antonelli.
Yeah.
Is that it? George Russell, Kimi Antonelli, Charles Leclerc, and then Lewis, right?
Lewis?
Is that how it is? Or
what?
No, for drivers. For drivers. What does it say for drivers? Championship. What are the standings now?
Let me see, because now, I mean, it might be,
I know that there's only 1 point that separates Charles Leclerc and Lewis.
Because no, George
is Max.
George
in there
who won the
somewhere?
sprint? I don't think Max in there. I don't think it matters.
Okay.
What did George win the? So it's George, Antonelli, Leclerc, and
Lewis.
Lewis, yeah.
Yeah, and then what is the point? Lee.
So George got 51. I think that may have 4th place on. Yeah, 4th places. Yeah, Kimi got 47 and then 34, 33 because I think that 4th place with Lewis and he brought him back.
Only 1 point. We got to see. Now, that's what I'm talking about, Lewis. Stay close because any opportunity that you get, you got to take it.
Oh, and they don't get points for driver of the day or fastest lap or
lap anymore, right?
Or sprint, right?
I think they do get points for sprint.
If they, I gotta check on that because if they don't, then they just get rid of this sprint shit.
But I still think it's still exciting racing. Come on, and more opportunity. But the sprint
Money grabber.
races, money grabber, yes. But if there are points still associated with the sprint race, considering that there are 2 to possibly 4 races that may be coming off the calendar, those sprint races are really going to count.
This is where Ferrari is going to win at. Let me just put this in the bank right now. Monaco, Italy. I don't even think so. I don't think he's really in Silverstone.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we gotta go because let me tell you something. Lewis Hamilton has got to be on podium at Silverstone. There's no ands, there's no ifs, there's no buts about it. Okay.
It's gonna be rough.
Ferrari, listen, who cares? Hamilton straight. He has to have all of the power.
Hey, that Hamilton straight's gonna hurt too. That's the way they better change that name to I almost got you straight because that Hamilton straight.
He needs to have all of the power, Ferrari. So you guys have now to July to get your stuff together because he is going to need every ounce of power to go barreling down Hamilton straight in Silverstone. Okay, and that's how I'm going to end the podcast. Dag nabbit.
All right. Are we ending it? Appreciate everybody listening right now. Like I said.
Yes. So we would love to hear. If you don't follow us on Instagram and also on Spotify, please subscribe, like, share to all of your friends and family. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. And yeah, Amani, I don't know why he has that Ferrari shirt on because, I mean, he's been talking about every other team being better than Ferrari or...
Only one team.
I cannot believe that you were sitting up here talking about Esteban Ocon like this. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you enjoyed Monday Night Vibes with Tanya and Amani. And you're going to take us out of here with this good old theme music that I love so much, yo. Put that bop on.
I know.
That beat on.
Are we playing?
Are we going to get out of here? Yes, let's go.
DJ scratch in the bleed. Monday, lights out, pedal down, check a flag. 808 drops heavy after each.
Appreciate everybody listening.
Out of here. Bye.
Check a flag. 808
see y'all.
Turn it up. Yeah. 5 red lights, I lean forward. DRS open, who really floored it? Check the times, I record it. Pit stop slow, we report it.